Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be what if Izuku Midoriya had a cold quirk. And by that I mean that, okay, basically instead of blood, what's inside his veins is liquid nitrogen. You know, the coldest substance on Earth. Yeah, he has liquid nitrogen in his blood. So yeah, and he has a side effect from his quirk. It gives him blue skin, and he how am I supposed to say this? So yeah, Izuku's blood is like liquid nitrogen. His skin is turned ice blue, and what else is it? Okay, so yeah, he also has little he has vapors. So let me think. He has some basically his veins that hold his natural glycerin, not natural glycerin, his liquid nitrogen blood there's basically a hole on every finger. Well, basically his pointing finger, there's a hole on it, and he can spray liquid nitrogen out of it. So yeah, his skin is basically his skin is can get to negative 350 degrees. Am I right? Yeah, basically he's in the negatives. So yeah. And so yeah, he's also resistant to cold temperatures, but for him, warm temperatures to him are cold, and cold temperatures are warm for him. So yeah, yeah. And to deal with that, Izuku wears a parka. I think how you're supposed to say it. You know, the jackets that people wear in the North Pole that have the fur on the hoodie. Yeah, I think that's called parka. So yeah, Izuku wears that. So yeah, he wears that, and basically he has been wearing the same. He has been wearing the same parka for for years. Ever since he got his quirk. Well, yeah, ever since he got his quirk. And well, his parka, basically, his parka does not helps the fact that when he's in a room, nothing will. Basically, his parka is special made to keep the cold in. And since his skin releases temperatures up to, basically below 350. Okay, so yeah, basically, yeah, that happened. Basically, the parka that he wears goes all the way down to his knees. Basically, it's like a 13, which in this world is 13. And because it is because of his cold temperature, basically all this cold temperature, he will a freezer. Like the one you see in the picture right here. Yeah, he made kind of like a gun like that. You know what? He just makes so. So let me think of something right now, guys. Okay, so Izuku is able to. Okay, so Izuku can. Not explain everything that you guys need to know. He made a freeze ray, basically like Mr. Colt, Mr. Freeze, and Captain Cold. So yeah. And Izuku still has the same hair color. It's just that he doesn't age when he turned 13. He completely stopped aging. So yeah. When that happened, Izuku's able to. So yeah. Izuku makes his. Okay, I'm back. Izuku makes his freeze ray that has basically his blood in it. So yeah. You know, because since his blood is liquid nitrogen, when he sprays it's the other part of his quirk. So basically, I'm counting this as a blood blood and ice quirk. Since Izuku's body is made of the coldest substance in the world. And it can get even colder. So yeah, Izuku makes the freeze ray. And so yeah, let's get to the beginning of the anime. So Izuku's room has a different thermometer, and it's kept below 0. So you know, like when you go into your car after it's been sitting in the sun for a while, and by the time you get in it, it's super hot. Think of that, but cold. Yeah. So yeah, that happens. Izuku is getting everything ready for the day. He puts on his uniform, and he puts on So he also puts on his he puts on his school uniform. And then he puts on his parka. He puts on some black gloves. And I'm gonna say that he has a green parka and green and black gloves. And since the only other part that will lead to people feeling the cold is his face, he puts on a balaclava, and then so Izuku put on a balaclava, a ski one. It's specially made to keep the cold in and keep the heat out. And then he puts on a plague doctor mask. He puts on a white one, and the school allows him because of his quirk, and they do not want the whole school to be freezing. So yeah. And Izuku's also able to turn his blood. Basically, his blood's made of liquid, and I do not mean like the blood. His blood is basically cold water that can turn into liquid nitrogen. So yeah. So basically, don't let Izuku give you the cold shoulder without his gloves. So yeah, Izuku walks to school. He puts on the shoes with cleats on it. I think that's the shoes that have spikes on the bottom. It's basically rain boots, but with spikes on the bottom. And he also wears pants that are supposed to keep the cold in and the heat out. So a lot of people would mistake him for a hero. So yeah. Basically, he gets mistaken for being a hero a lot. So much so that when he is walking around, everyone thinks that he's a hero on duty. So they say, so every single time he's around people, everyone wants to take a picture with him. He takes about 10 pictures before he has to go to school. And this is going so much around that the heroes are now getting involved, thinking he's a vigilante. So this is when everything happens. And also this is basically 5 months after the sludge villain attack. So yeah. So yeah. Now everyone is basically okay. So every single one in the class is getting ready for the UA entrance exam, and Bakugo is being the bull. Basically, Bakugo has a remorse for Izuku because Izuku had to wear that everything he has for years. And basically, since he basically is cooling in the inside, he it works so much that it's basically cool. I don't remember that. So yeah. So after school, Izuku walks home. And since the heroes think, since the pro heroes think that he's so the citizens think that he's a hero. The heroes think that he's a vigilante because he does not have a license, and they all think that the gear that he's wearing is his hero costume. So yeah. So once Izuku is getting ready for the entrance exam, so basically while Izuku's walking home, I'm gonna say that Endeavor, All Might, and 13 find him and they all start going after him. So Endeavor gets in front of him. I say that actually 13 gets in front of him. All Might and Endeavor get on the sides of him, and Aizawa, aka Racerhead, is on behind him to corner him. Izuku is confused. Once he sees his favorite hero, he runs to them. And it's not All Might, it's not Endeavor, it's not Aizawa. Remember, guys? Okay, so he runs up to 13. It's in the original content. 13's genders. 13 does not have a gender. I was just gonna say that 13's a she. So yeah, he runs up to 13. Aizawa erases Izuku's quirk, and at the same time, Izuku asks 13 if. So Izuku asks 13 if he can get an autograph, and Izuku starts coughing. 13 asks if Izuku's alright, and Izuku says, yeah, I think I just might have a cold. And Izuku says, he falls to the floor and goes up beside a building, takes off the hood of his parka, whatever. I'm just gonna call it an Antarctica snow jacket. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Takes off the hoodie of his Antarctica, his snow. He basically Izuku takes off the hoodie of his Antarctica snow jacket. Takes off his mask. Pulls down his balaclava, and then puts his finger to his mouth, and tries to turn his blood into cold water. Because when Izuku's quirk is deactivated, he starts getting a heat stroke. Because his body's used to cold temperatures. And when his blood starts to cool down, because this is a quirk basically you cannot deactivate. Once basically he tried to activate, so when Izuku activated, he was not able to turn off. And when Izuku is getting stressed on why it's not working. 13 asks why isn't what not working? And Izuku says it's quirk. It helps him keep his body temperature to a low. And since he was not able to turn it off ever, he would start to get dehydrated and a heat stroke. Saying that he's trying to use he tells him all about his quirk, and Izuku starts to get dizzy. And Aizawa still doesn't believe it until All Might and Endeavor are starting to panic, because basically once Izuku's blood gets back to normal, he will die. So All Might checks Izuku's heart, and he yells at Aizawa to turn back, to stop using his eraser quirk. He does. And then, once Izuku's blood gets back to normal, he starts drinking some cold water out of his finger. And then he starts getting cold. And they're asking why is he getting cold? Because Izuku says it's because of his quirk. Once it was on, he wasn't able to turn it off, and it started to affecting the temperature of what he's used to. And he says that it affected the temperature that his body's used to, making it think that the cold is the norm and the hot isn't. Basically, his body thinks that the cold is the heat and the heat is the cold. So, and he explains that's why he wears this. So Izuku puts on his snow jacket, puts back on his balaclava and his mask. He asks 13 for an autograph. She does. She agrees. And before Izuku's able to walk off, Aizawa grabs his hand because he still thinks he's a vigilante. So, yeah. Everyone thinks Izuku's vigilante. So, it took him a while explaining of everything. His mom had to explain, and then she had to have the doctor that diagnosed his quirk had to explain. And then we're just going to skip to the entrance exam. So Izuku's wearing his usual, and he is... So with this power, he's actually going to be... How do I say this? So yeah, Izuku is getting... So in the robot exam, Izuku gets about 190 points. Izuku thinks that's enough. He stops using his quirk and puts back on his gloves. He hears Uraraka scream. And also, I think I have you guys think of the ship. So the best ship, the best amount of likes for a ship, or people who decide the same one, the most people who decide the same one, or the most liked comment of a ship will be this ship. So Izuku saves Uraraka, but he uses his quirk. And I also forgot to say about another side effect of this. Since liquid nitrogen is his blood, he can... Well, since liquid nitrogen is his blood, if he uses too much of it, he will be unconscious of blood loss. So yeah, and Izuku tries his best with both his fingers until he decides to use all of his fingers. And he starts tearing some little holes inside his fingers, and then more liquid nitrogen comes out of his fingers, but he thinks it's not enough. Izuku puts his hand in a claw motion, and then is trying so hard that a hole opens up in his hand, and I'm sorry guys, it's just feeling awkward for some reason. Uncomfortable. I'm being watched. I think that's something bad. So yeah, Izuku is getting ready. So yeah, holes open up in Izuku's palm, and he's putting his fingers in a claw motion using his fingers and his palm of both hands to stop the giant zero pointer. It works, but Izuku falls unconscious due to the fact that he lost so much blood during it. 13 sees this, and I'm just gonna say that during the rest of the other 5 months, 13 has been training Izuku. So, and I'm gonna say that Izuku's mom and Mitsuki and 13 are really close friends in this what if. So yeah. And 13 has not seen Mitsuki for a while, so 13 wasn't able to see Izuku when he was a baby, or when he was growing up. So, yeah, Izuku gets so yeah, Izuku calls 13 aunt. So Izuku calls 13 Auntie 13. So yeah, Izuku gets ready. So 13 runs to Izuku, takes him to the nurse's office, and when he wakes up, what was her name? Recovery girl yells at him, and why did he overdo it? Izuku says that he was just too focused on saving the girl. He was just too focused on saving the girl, and knowing that his pointer fingers were not enough, he was able to open holes inside of his other 5 fingers, and then that wasn't enough, so he evolved his quirk one more step to the point where he has where he can he can spray liquid nitrogen out of his hands. And yeah, basically the same holes that are in Izuku's fingers basically cover Izuku's palm. I'm gonna say there's a circle. It's a circle with about 30 pores in it, and both spray liquid nitrogen. So yeah, 13 takes Izuku home, and that's where I'm gonna leave it off today. Oh yeah, Izuku gets into class 1A. So bye.